This page is the vibrant front cover of the official Nintendo 64 magazine, boldly declaring itself first for Nintendo 64 and the UK's official. A colossal Happy Mario dominates the foreground, inviting you to smash and grab, a free complete guide to the Nintendo 64 and its awesome games. The cover practically screams with content promises, a warning that this very book contains everything about accessories, every N64 game for 98, how the console works, and a crucial list of the 30 games destined for Crimbo. What's more, there's a fantastic chance to win every N64 game for 98, which, let's be honest, would have been the ultimate Christmas present back in the day. The Plus section showcases an ultimate buyer's guide for the N64, tantalizingly previewing screenshots from absolute classics like the colorful chaos of Diddy Kong Racing, the rugged realism of Top Gear Rally, the genre-defining brilliance of GoldenEye 007, and the epic space battles of Lilatwas, known to us as Star Fox 64. The magazine proudly boasts the N64 as the fastest, most powerful games console on Earth, a claim many of us certainly believed back then, especially with that tempting £99.99 console price plastered right there. This cover is a pure shot of unadulterated N64 hype, encapsulating the excitement of the era perfectly. This guide welcomes readers to the Nintendo 64, promising comprehensive information for both setup and game selection. Edited by Simon Clays of Official Nintendo Magazine, it covers everything from the console's technical specifications, tech spec, to a buyer's guide of the 30 launch titles, what's out, featuring games like Diddy Kong. The guide also previews 1998's upcoming releases, what's next, with a glimpse of Pink Yoshi, and details essential accessories like rumble and memory packs, pad and peripherals. A section explores the future potential of the 64DD add-on. Finally, readers are offered a competition to win all official Nintendo games released in 1998, overseen by Mario, making this booklet a valuable resource for any N64 enthusiast. The Nintendo 64 was a technical powerhouse for its time, boasting a 64-bit RISC processor at 94 MHz, dedicated graphics and sound coprocessors, and support for resolutions up to 640 by 480 with 32-bit color. Marketed as the fastest, most powerful console on Earth, it dramatically surpassed the computing power of the Apollo 11 guidance computer. Key features included a revolutionary analog controller for precise 3D movement, showcased in games like Super Mario 64 and Pilotwings 64, and advanced technologies like Z-buffering and anti-aliasing for immersive environments. The N64 excelled in multiplayer gaming with 4 controller ports, exemplified by the chaotic fun of Mario Kart 64. Its cartridge-based system offered instant loading, a significant advantage over disc-based competitors, as demonstrated by the fast-paced action in Turok: Dinosaur Hunter. Overall, the console delivered a compelling gaming experience and quickly became a must-have for gamers. This page jumps straight into the N64's burgeoning software library, immediately spotlighting Diddy Kong Racing as the biggest surprise of 1997 following the UK launch. It's clearly an essential buy from the magazine, and for good reason. This brilliant racer supports up to 4 players, though interestingly skips the rumble and memory pack features. The game truly differentiates itself from the more linear Mario Kart by offering an open world to explore, where you can select your next race and collect balloons to progress. The real genius lies in its versatile gameplay, allowing you to master races in planes, karts, and even hovercraft, adding layers of strategy and fun. We're also introduced to a charming cast of characters ready to hit the tracks, including Diddy, Timber, Pipsy, and a familiar bear named Banjo, all set for some simian-shaped racing mayhem. Diddy Kong Racing is highlighted as a vast universe beyond simple racing, featuring 3 main worlds and a secret world filled with challenges. Progress isn't just about speed. Players must defeat unique bosses in each world to unlock new content via a bossing mechanic. Screenshots showcase vibrant races and intense boss battles. Alongside DKR, Ocean's new N64 platformer, Chameleon Twist, is previewed. This unusual game stars a blue chameleon, with potentially innovative tongue-based gameplay. Notably, both Diddy Kong Racing and Chameleon Twist surprisingly lack support for the Rumble Pack and Memory Pack. Finally, more of Diddy Kong Racing's diverse character roster is revealed, including Conker, Boat, Bumper Kart, Tip-Top, Hovercraft, and Crunch Kart, promising a quirky and engaging racing experience. This page dives headfirst into the glorious chaos of Lylat Wars, known elsewhere as Star Fox 64, from Nintendo. Clearly an essential buy, this game is lauded as potentially the best shoot-'em-up ever, a bold claim backed by its massive 93% score in a previous issue. It's no wonder, given the Nintendo 64's power, that detailed space shooters like this are a breeze to craft. The game embraces multiplayer mayhem, with support for up to 4 players, letting you take to the skies, rumble in a tank, or even fight on foot if you've earned enough medals. Fox, Falco, Peppy and Slippy are all here, ready to tackle epic boss battles and massive-scale events, like the Independence Day-inspired attack on a colony installation. What's more, Lylat Wars fully supports the Rumble Pack. Yes, the page even shows the device itself. Get ready to feel every explosion and boss impact, a truly immersive experience. The cinematic openings are also a standout, seamlessly blending into the in-game action, making it like a movie. If you're looking to blow things up, you simply must not miss this game. The next page shifts gears from the explosive Lylat Wars to the tranquil, yet challenging, Skies of Pilotwings 64. Featured as a flying sim in the Nintendo 64 playlist, this gem is a solo flight experience, quite content to let you soar without a rumble pack or memory pack, thank you very much. It's all about becoming a master of the air. You'll glide gracefully with the hang glider, zoom with the jetpack, and navigate precisely with the gyrocopter, all in pursuit of medals through various airborne tasks. Succeed, and you'll unlock some neat bonus subgames. Precision is key, so get familiar with that 3D stick, and choose your preferred aviator from a colorful cast including Lark, Robin, Ibis, Kiwi, Goose, and the rather buff Hawk. The game boasts 4 truly glorious and detailed worlds, just waiting for you to explore. Crescent, the Frosty Everfrost, the laid-back Holiday, and the sprawling Little States. The pictures really do the talking here, inviting you to take to the skies and immerse yourself in a world where flying is the ultimate goal. It's a fantastic showcase of aerial skill and exploration. This page dives headfirst into the world of espionage, with the absolute legend that is GoldenEye 007, continuing our Nintendo 64 playlist. It's listed for 14 players, confirming that glorious multiplayer mayhem is a huge part of the fun, and yes, you'll need a rumble pack for that extra kick, but no memory pack is required. The page proudly displays Pierce Brosnan as Bond, alongside tantalizing gameplay shots showing off the laser watch, the sheer chaos of 4-player action and explosions that would make Q proud. And for those of us who've clocked the game, there are hints at the unlockable cheats like Big Head Mode and Paintball Mode, brilliant for a laugh once you've saved the world. Rare, the British powerhouse, gets some serious accolades for creating what's deemed the definitive 3D shooter on the N64, with an implied whopping 94% rating. Clearly, this was an official UK Nintendo magazine essential buy, right from the get-go. The review waxes lyrical about the sniper rifle's satisfying zoom and then bang, the thrilling movie plot following missions, including tank action and bungee jumps, and even a cheeky mention of Xenia. It's all about that license to hurt, with loads of options and intense explosions, far beyond just Q's gadgets. A truly iconic title, this one. The next page blasts us straight into the heart of 3D shoot-'em-ups, proving there's more than just Bond for your N64 fragging needs. We kick off with Doom 64, a one-player affair from GT Interactive that brings all the classic demon-slaying action to the console. The magazine reckons it's got a new engine with beautifully solid graphics, making it a sound investment for anyone wanting to tackle those familiar 3D levels full of keys and nasty creatures. You'll definitely need some serious hardware mind to deal with the hordes of pixelated evil. Then Duke Nukem 64 steps up, proving that the PC's comedic carnage translates perfectly to the N64, now with Uber 3D and massive polygon bosses. This GT Interactive gem, supporting up to 4 players, even snagged an official UK Nintendo Magazine Essential Buy award. Not surprising, given the sheer fun of dispatching aliens or, even better, killing your friends, in glorious split screen. With a whole arsenal of weapons like grenades, lasers and shotguns at your disposal, there's no shortage of ways to cause mayhem. Awesome! The next page takes a delightful turn from the visceral FPS action of Doom and Duke Nukem, plunging us headfirst into the utterly brilliant world of Super Mario 64. This isn't just a game, it's an awesome show of gaming genius, as the mag rightfully declares, and it even bagged an official UK Nintendo Magazine Essential Buy award. No surprise there, really. The review raves about its breathtaking visuals, which were absolutely revolutionary at the time, and notes that it topped the charts for months, cementing its place as a must-have for any N64 owner. Seriously, if you owned a Super NES and thought Mario couldn't get any better, you were wrong. Controlling Mario in this 3D masterpiece is described as a real treat, with the reviewer confidently stating he's the most controllable character ever. You'll be leaping, bounding, stamping and punching your way through vibrant 3D worlds, with new moves unlocking as you progress. Your primary aim is to collect power stars and coins scattered across these mad worlds. The page is packed with glorious screenshots, showcasing Mario in various forms, including the shiny metallic menace, and interacting with the friendly polygon penguins. You'll also spot encounters with the likes of King Bob-omb, who by the looks of it gives Mario a good chucking, and the big baddies themselves, Bowser and Boo. Yep, it's our hero, the greatest in history, doing what he does best. This page joyfully shifts gears from the platforming genius of Super Mario 64 to the absolute mayhem of Mario Kart 64. And what a brilliant move it is. The mag rightly points out that this racer truly shines with a bunch of mates and a crock of controllers, making it the ultimate four-player showdown. It's highlighted that Nintendo didn't disappoint with this N64 version, and it even bagged a respectable 90% from the reviewer. With over 16 courses to tackle, you're certainly going to have your work cut out keeping your kart on track. They've helpfully categorized the characters too. You've got the heavies like Wario, Bowser, and Donkey Kong, perfect for those who like a bit of bulk and fat backsides for cool cornering. The middles, Mario and Luigi, offer a nice balance, while the lights Toad, Princess and Yoshi are quick off the blocks, but perhaps a bit more prone to getting bashed by the big guns. Screenshots scatter the page, showing off classic tracks like Luigi Raceway, the traffic-laden Toad Turnpike, Bowser's trap-filled castle, and the rather wild DK's Jungle Raceway. Truly, a fantastic follow-up to the 16-bit original, and a testament to Nintendo's genius, cementing its place as an official UK Nintendo Magazine essential buy. This page joyfully shifts gears from the chaotic fun of Mario Kart 64 to the serious business of rally racing with Top Gear Rally on the N64. Clearly, any self-respecting console needs proper racing action, and this title was certainly ready to deliver. Developed by Nintendo themselves, it supports 1 or 2 players, and crucially, it's both Rumble Pack and Memory Pack compatible, essential for storing those hard-earned championship victories. This game was a highly anticipated beast, mentioned in the same breath as N64 legends like GoldenEye 007 and Lilat was, Star Fox 64 to us chaps. It even snagged a stonking 89% from ONM, so it's a solid contender. The mag points out that while the tracks are riddled with sneaky shortcuts, you'd best mind your handling, as one bit of bad cornering will send you spinning into oblivion, making the reset button your best mate. Top Gear Rally also flexes its muscles with dynamic weather, adding a proper challenge to the varied tracks, which range from scorching deserts to abandoned cityscapes, complete with delightful rain effects. Plus, you get the usual array of race options, from arcade to championship, ensuring plenty of mileage for your speed-craving brain. It's not just about winning, it's about thrashing that motor and battling your way up from 20th place. The N64 racing scene continues with 2 distinct titles, MRC and Lamborghini 64. MRC, developed by Ocean, offers extensive car customization, from tires to spoilers, and diverse tracks ranging from snowy terrain to cityscapes. It supports 1 or 2 players with Rumble Pack and Memory Pack functionality, including a reverse track mode for added challenge. Lamborghini 64, a Nintendo-developed title, focuses on realistic, licensed cars and robust multiplayer, supporting up to 4 players. While lacking Rumble Pack support, it utilizes the Memory Pack for saving progress, and features a full pit crew experience and replay mode to showcase driving skills. Both games highlight the N64's strong multiplayer capabilities, catering to competitive racing fans with split-screen options and engaging gameplay. Lamborghini 64 particularly stands out, with its focus on authentic vehicles and a polished presentation. This page delivers a double header of N64 brilliance, kicking off with the undisputed champion of pixelated turf, International Superstar Soccer 64. This Konami masterpiece, rated a whopping 93%, is hailed as the best football game ever, anywhere. The reviewers were absolutely bowled over, especially by the authentic Brazilian stuff like the overhead flick and the incredibly exciting goal celebrations, proving that scoring can be just as thrilling as the game itself. It truly captures the rush of blood and the roar of the crowd, with its tricks, feints, and well-timed shoves. Then, we dive into the wet and wild world of Wave Race 64, another Nintendo marvel that scored an impressive 92%. This isn't just about speeding across the water, it's about feeling the very real inertia of the waves, and mastering incredible stunts like standing, barrel rolls, and handstands. It even supports a fantastic two-player mode, allowing you to challenge a mate to some jet ski madness. The N64 truly flexes its muscles here, perfectly recreating the feel of water unlike anything else at the time. It's clear both titles are essential buys for any discerning N64 owner. This article highlights 3 Nintendo 64 sports simulations: Wayne Gretzky, NBA Hangtime, and FIFA 64. Wayne Gretzky receives high praise with an 84% rating, lauded for its excellent 3D graphics, fast-paced gameplay, and exciting 4-player mode, even featuring players catching fire. NBA Hangtime, while not fully utilizing the N64's power, delivers a fun arcade basketball experience with impressive 2-player action and special moves. FIFA 64 offers extensive options for team management, appealing to series fans, but the review acknowledges it doesn't match the playability of ISS 64. Overall, these titles represent some of the best sports gaming the N64 had to offer. This page truly takes us on a joyride with 2 absolute N64 crackers. First up, we're diving headfirst into the Galactic Battles of Shadows OTE. That's Shadows of the Empire, for the uninitiated. The N64 absolutely nailed the Star Wars vibe, blending gorgeous 3D visuals with missions that keep you on your toes, from grappling with AT-ATs on Hoth, to epic space dogfights against TIE fighters. Playing as Luke's main man, Dash Rendar, seriously feels like living in the trilogy. We gave it a cracking 86%, but if you're a Star Wars fanatic, you can easily tack on another 5%, because, frankly, it's that good. Then we hit the accelerator with Extreme G, a proper adrenaline junkie's dream. This futuristic racer is all about blistering speed across 12 incredibly fast, high-tech courses. But the real kicker? It fully embraces the multiplayer madness. You can grab up to 3 mates, plug in those extra pads, and as the magazine says, get your rocks off by taking on fellow bikers in a split-screen blur of pure excitement. It's the perfect way to experience that undeniable rush. Proper good stuff from the Nintendo 64 playlist. This page is an absolute belter, showcasing 2 more cracking titles for your N64. First up, we've got Rare's utterly bonkers Blast Corps. This isn't your average game. Oh no, it's a proper brain tickler, blending strategy and demolition derby as you smash through buildings to clear a path for a rogue nuclear transporter. With a fantastic array of vehicles like the mighty Ram Dozer, the agile J-Bomb, and the versatile Skyfall, you'll be flattening everything in sight. We nearly gave it an essential buy, missing out by just a whisker, which is saying something given its unique brand of controlled chaos and the hidden boffins that unlock secret levels. Then, we dive into the prehistoric mayhem of Turok. Our favorite comic book hero truly shines on the N64, with graphics and effects that still impress. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, involves hunting down pieces of the legendary Chronoceptor. And what a hunt it is! The game is packed with monstrous bosses, particularly the Treks, who's still one of the best beasts to grace a console. Armed with a ridiculous arsenal, think fusion cannons, grenade launchers, and even alien weapons, you'll be blasting your way through hordes of creatures. We gave it a stonking 95% and an essential buy when we first reviewed it, and it remains a pure Jurassic lark, perfectly balancing platforming and pure gung-ho action. The N64 boasted 2 fighting game giants, Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Killer Instinct Gold. Mortal Kombat Trilogy delivers the classic MK experience, with a massive roster of 26 characters, signature alities, brutalities and animalities, combos, and combat codes, proving the N64 could handle top-tier fighting action. Killer Instinct Gold, developed by Rare, successfully transitioned the arcade and SNES Classic to the N64 with impressive special effects. While not a hardware pusher, it surpasses the original arcade versions and offers diverse gameplay through 7 modes. Tournament, arcade, and training included, alongside visually appealing stages like Sabrewulf's Castle. Both titles represent peak fighting game experiences on the N64 and are essential for fans of the genre. This page truly delivers a knockout blow, immediately following up on the fighting game discussion with a closer look at Mortal Kombat Trilogy. We're treated to a spectacular babality animation and a detailed, 4-panel sequence showcasing Striker's brutal moves as he dishes out a hefty brutality on poor old Sindel. It's a grisly reminder that the N64 really could handle some serious combat. Beyond the fisticuffs, the magazine offers up a tantalizing glimpse into Others to Consider, a collection of promising N64 titles that simply couldn't squeeze into the main review sections. This eclectic mix includes Hudson Soft's explosive Bomberman 64, the zany but engrossing platformer Mischief Makers, and the decidedly humorous Clay Fighters 63 and a third. For more fighting action, War Gods and the Killer Instinct meets Mortal Kombat blend of Dark Rift are highlighted. Rounding out this preview are the officially sponsored F1 Pole Position 64 and the console port of the PC hit, Hexen. And if you're still scratching your head about what to buy, ONS RM's Top 5 Must-Buys lays out the absolute essentials for any discerning N64 owner. This stellar list includes the brilliant kart racing of Diddy Kong Racing, the iconic first-person shooter GoldenEye 007, the groundbreaking platformer Super Mario 64, the epic space combat of Lilat Wars, and the pitch-perfect International Superstar Soccer 64. Truly, a collection of unmissable classics. A 1998 Nintendo 64 magazine feature spotlights Yoshi's story, offering a charming contrast to previously covered brutal fighting games. Described as an amazing sequel to the 16-bit Yoshi, the platformer is lauded for its vibrant, storybook-like graphics and innovative use of the N64's high-resolution mode, specifically its sweet lighting effects. Screenshots showcase diverse environments, from colorful landscapes to fiery caverns. Gameplay involves navigating trap-filled levels, with a unique feature allowing players to zoom the camera in and out to preview challenges. The article emphasizes the game's graphical detail and overall delightful aesthetic, positioning Yoshi's story as a significant and charming adventure for the N64. It's presented as a welcome change of pace from more violent titles. The next page plunges us headfirst into the utterly bonkers world of Silicon Valley, a puzzform title from the brilliant minds behind Lemmings. Set for a spring '98 release, this game isn't about saving cute critters from cliffs. It's about an organism named Evo, who must possess the bodies of fallen animal-like robots to navigate surreal levels. The magazine, in its typical dry wit, hilariously explains the gameplay through a series of screenshots, showing Evo hopping from a dead penguin into a slightly braver one, then into a dead polar bear to scare off some huskies. It's gloriously strange. The article even preemptively fends off the RSPCA, reassuring us that all the creatures are, in fact, robots, not real animals. Evo can inhabit other robotic forms, like a rat, fox, rabbit, grizzly bear, and a mouse, each with unique abilities, no doubt. Beyond the sheer eccentricity of Silicon Valley, the right panel serves up a quick look at other titles coming in '98. Shifting from the delightful charm of Yoshi's story on the previous page, we're back to the grit, with fighting games like Mace, The Dark Age and the highly anticipated Mortal Kombat 4. Super Robot Spirits promises more metallic mayhem, and for the role-playing fans, MK Mythology and Magic Century E-Tale are on the horizon for later in '98. A decent mix, proving '98 was shaping up to be quite the year for N64 gamers. This page kicks off with a look at what many considered to be the next big thing on the N64, Banjo-Kazooie. Rare, the absolute wizards behind the likes of Donkey Kong Country, were cooking up a platformer so good the magazine boldly stated it could threaten Super Mario 64 in the best game ever slot. That's fighting talk. We get the lowdown on Banjo, the honey-loving bear with a mean claw swipe, and his feathered mate Kazooie, a Breagle bird who's all about egg shooting and aerial acrobatics. Apparently Banjo's bird, Piccolo, yes, they called her Piccolo here, bless 'em, gets nabbed in a very DK-style-y scenario, leading our dynamic duo through 16 levels packed with secrets and bosses. It sounds like a proper collecting bonanza, with musical notes scattered about for Banjo to hoover up. Then we dive into the murky world of espionage, with Ocean's take on Mission Impossible. This action-adventure title promised to bring the movie magic to the N64, with the player stepping into the shoes of Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt. It seems our hero is on a mission to clear his name, navigating piles of puzzles, and making good use of various gadgets. And when things inevitably go pear-shaped, the game shifts your view inside Tom's noggin for some first-person shooting. Remember that bar scene? Looks like our man Tommy gets to play bar boy before the serious spy stuff kicks in. A pretty busy page, eh? This page gives us the scoop on the glorious return of Zero, a Super NES classic now getting the full N64 treatment. And let's be honest, the magazine's buzzing about it, even cheeky enough to suggest it's got bigger nads than Wipeout, ready to blow away the competition. Nintendo's futuristic racer is set to drop mid-98, and while the Rumble Pack and Memory Pack details are TBC, the screenshots are pure eye candy. We're talking wider camera views that give you a proper feel for the high-speed action, with vehicles tearing along at a mind-bending 700 km per hour and beyond. The game promises a multitude of fun, with support for up to 4 players, meaning you and your mates can battle it out on the track. Power to the people, indeed, as F-Zero on 64 is keeping all those beloved classic elements, from the damage-indicating power bars to the daring jumps and high-speed tricks that made the original such a favorite. Over on the right there's a quick look at some upcoming sports sims for 98. We've got Konami's NBA and the Zone 98 and Nagano Winter Olympics, Acclaim's NFL Quarterback Club, THQ's WCW Wrestling, and Ocean's Way for Football. Looks like the N64 was gearing up for a serious sporting season. This page gives us a cracking look at Rare's upcoming platformer, Conker's Quest, slated for spring 98. This isn't just another jump and run. Rare's pulling out all the stops to give us a proper cartoon feel, with Conker the Squirrel and his chipmunk pal Berry, complete with a sidekick that actually reacts to the action. Fancy that? The screenshots show Conker sporting a rather snazzy helmet in an abandoned mine, dodging monstrous swinging mallets. Apparently, there are 4 huge worlds to explore, packed with squirrel-hating baddies and nasty traps, all in search of 100 stolen presents. Looks like a right good time. Then, behold, Legend of Zelda 64. Does it even need an introduction? Only if you've been in cryogenic sleep for a decade, frankly. Nintendo's bringing this iconic role-playing classic to the N64 by autumn 98. Forget those old turn-based faffs, because the battles here are in awesome real time, a massive leap forward for the series, promising far more tension. Screenshots showcase Link in proper sword-slashing action against some rather unseemly lizard types, and the dynamic camera angles are clearly designed to amp up the drama. With its pedigree reaching back through every Nintendo console, this is undoubtedly going to be another absolute smash. This page gives us another cracking look at some of the hottest titles heading our way. Kicking things off, it seems Conker's Quest is still looking rather snazzy, with the game showing off some rather impressive lighting effects in those dark, cavernous levels. Clearly, Rare's pulling out all the stops to make this platformer shine. And speaking of epic, Legend of Zelda 64 continues to impress. We get a fantastic glimpse of Link on his trusty steed, which, as the magazine rightly points out, has been clearly benefiting from a good diet of carrots. The detailed sequence shows Link effortlessly mounting his horse in a single bound. No problem breaking that nag in then. Plus, the close-up on Link's face really highlights the superb facial detail they've managed to pack in. Beyond those absolute titans, there's a cracking lineup of other titles hitting the N64 next year. In the Action for 98 section, Konami is clearly busy, with Castlevania 3D bringing the classic vampire hunting action into the third dimension, and Hybrid Heaven, another intriguing title from them, both slated for autumn 98. Sci-fi fans can look forward to Robotech from Gamatech, blasting onto consoles in January 98. And for those with a need for speed, the Driving Thrill segment showcases Rev Limit from Seta and San Fran Rush Driving from GT Interactive, with the latter screeching onto shelves in January 98. Lots to look forward to. This page dives into the absolute marvel that is the Nintendo 64 controller, truly a piece of kit that delivered total control for gaming. It kicks off by posing a rather profound pause for thought. Apparently, the Big N realized that to truly push the boundaries of video gaming, the old posse of pads simply wouldn't cut it. Hence, a revolutionary new system of console control was born. First up, there's the expansion port, a clever little slot ready for your memory packs and rumble packs, letting you truly immerse yourself in the action with save data and those all-important vibrations. Then, for the purists, we have the digital D-PAD, located on the far left. This beauty really comes into its own for anything 2D, particularly fighting games. Titles like Killer Instinct Gold and Mortal Kombat Trilogy are highlighted as prime examples where its precision shines. The start button, as you might expect, is pretty self-explanatory, either getting you into the thick of it or giving you a much-needed breather. But the real star of the show, the absolute game-changer, is the analog controller. This magnificent centerpiece grants full 360-degree control, and, even better, it detects and responds to both soft and hard movements. Without this groundbreaking innovation, iconic games like Super Mario 64 simply wouldn't have been possible, truly showcasing the future of gaming input. It's clear Nintendo meant business with this pad. The Nintendo 64's full potential wasn't realized with just the console. Its peripherals were key. The N64 controller featured innovative elements like the shoulder buttons, vital for games like Duke Nukem 64, yellow C buttons for camera control, and the Z trigger for precise aiming in GoldenEye 007. The classic action buttons maintained familiar controls from the SNES. Essential accessories included additional N64 pads, £29.99, for multiplayer, the groundbreaking Rumble Pack, £14.99, for immersive feedback, and the Memory Pack, £14.99 to save game progress. These additions weren't merely extras, they were integral to a complete and enhanced N64 gaming experience, elevating both single-player immersion and competitive multiplayer fun. This page is a delightful diversion from the usual game news, showcasing a range of must-have Nintendo 64 merchandise for the discerning fan. Under the catchy heading, Carry On Gaming, you'll find essential gear like the Nintendo 64 control pad carry case for a sensible £12.99, and a rather stylish record bag for £14.99, perfect for lugging about your favorite vinyl, or perhaps just a few cartridges. And who could forget the Nintendo mouse mats, featuring either a vibrant Mario or a crowd of Mushroom Kingdom heroes, all for a mere £5.99. Then, for those who truly want to wear their allegiance on their sleeves, the Dress to Thrill section has you covered. Get your hands on official Nintendo 64 clobber. Only available via mail order, mind you. There's a smart polo shirt at £14.99, a classic standard t-shirt for £12.99, and a cozy sweatshirt for £19.99, all emblazoned with that iconic N64 logo. Clearly Nintendo was keen to ensure you looked the part, even when you weren't glued to the screen. The next page dives deeper into the world of Nintendo gear, under the catchy title, Pad and Peripherals, showcasing more essential kit for the dedicated fan. Expanding on last month's offerings, we find a swanky Nintendo 64 Deluxe System carry case for £29.99, perfect for protecting your precious console, along with some rather comfy wrist pads at £6.99. Fashionistas rejoice, as there's also a trendy skinny fit t-shirt for £12.99, complete with the iconic N64 logo, and some snazzy baseball caps in various colours for £8.99 to top off your look. But it's not all 64, as the Pocket Game Boy gets some well-deserved spotlight. These pint-sized powerhouses are still going strong, now half their original size, and available in a rainbow of hues from £44.99, truly pocket-sized gaming at its finest. The page also gives a shout-out to the ONM5 Fave Things, highlighting some top picks like the N64 record bag, the ever-souseful Rumble Pack, the aforementioned skinny fit t-shirt, a collection of colored controllers to match your mood, and those vibrant Pocket Game Boys. For those eager to get their hands on this cool gear, there's full mail order and hotline contact information, ensuring you're never too far from your next Nintendo fix. The next page delivers a tantalizing glimpse into the future of Nintendo gaming, showcasing the highly anticipated Nintendo 64 DD add-on under the rather fitting banner, Time Warp. Following on from the essential kit we've been kitting out our N64s with, this piece dives into the serious hardware. It's all about beefing up your N64, giving it a whopping memory boost, a built-in modem for online shenanigans, and the ability to gobble up data 3 times faster than a standard CD. Plus, it's read-writable, meaning even more possibilities for dynamic gaming experiences. The visuals are just as exciting, featuring the sleek black N64 console proudly sitting atop its equally dark 64DD base unit. A cheeky little chap from a game appears to be admiring the setup. We also get a good look at the 64DD disc itself, a dinky white cartridge ready to slot into the drive. But the real showstoppers are the game screenshots. There's a vibrant, leafy scene with curious purple enemies, a desert landscape teeming with small, quirky characters, and sweeping outdoor vistas that hint at grand adventures. Best of all, we're treated to a crowd shot of characters from Mother 3, known as Earthbound 2 in our neck of the woods, confirming its big debut on the 64DD. Another bustling town scene really drives home the point that the combined power of the N64 and its 64DD is set to unleash truly massive and immersive worlds. Top stuff! This page gets straight down to business, inviting readers to dive into a cracking competition to bag a year's worth of N64 games. We're talking future classics like Banjo-Kazooie, F-Zero and Conker's Quest a proper haul for any discerning N64 fan. All you need to do is prove your Nintendo prowess by answering 3 straightforward, yet essential, multiple-choice questions. One asks about Diddy Kong's surname from the superb Diddy Kong Racing, another challenges your knowledge of the N64's bits, and the third is about our favorite Italian plumber. Frankly, if you can't nail these, you might need to re-evaluate your gamer cred. On the flip side, there's a neat little offer to grab 3 issues of the official Nintendo magazine for just a $5, which is an absolute steal for anyone wanting to stay ahead of the game, especially after all that talk of the 64DD. It's a solid deal to keep you informed on all things N64. Entries for the competition needed to be in by the 31st of January 1998, giving us keen types a decent window to send off our answers and dream of a year filled with free N64 goodness. This page gives us a right good laugh, presenting a wanted poster lineup of Nintendo's biggest hitters, hailed as the usual suspects. We've got the iconic Mario leading the charge, followed by the cheeky Diddy Kong, the ever-cool Fox McCloud, the bouncy Yoshi, and of course, the monstrous Bowser. These legends aren't wanted for villainy, mind you. Oh no, they're wanted for pushing the barriers of gaming to the limit and beyond. It's a brilliant nod to the N64's groundbreaking 3D advancements and the incredible games these characters starred in. Clearly, the magazine knows what's what, celebrating the innovation that kept us glued to our screens. It's fantastic to see these pioneers of polygons getting the recognition they deserve for changing the game, literally.